Hello and happy Wednesday. It is, golly day, the last Wednesday of September. Wednesday, September 28th. My name is Colleen Magnus and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator on the East Coast in Virginia. And today you are creating with Colleen. Basically, the way I see it, I will teach you what to do. I may teach you what not to do, but I do promise to teach you something. So I have a confession to make. Sandy, I know you know me. Put a lot of life in a little bit of time. And so often I say, I feel like a baseball player who is sliding into home plate. But as long as I'm called safe, I'm okay. And that's literally how I feel today. It is great coming to you. I always tell you, you guys work hard in the morning and take a break and come here. Well, that's what I have done today. Didn't even start my creating to this morning. So I'm ready to take a break. I realized about 5 minutes ago I haven't even had breakfast. So that means I can have a big lunch. So Stephanie and Lynn and Sandy and Sherry, thank you for coming on. I just wanted to let you all know, if you don't already know, that Wednesday, listen to me, this Saturday, October 1st, is World Card Making Day. Woo, you're all popping on. I love this. Gwen, I want to catch everybody because I don't always get the notifications again. Teresa, thank you for watching. I'm so glad y'all are here. But this Saturday, October 1st, is World Card Making Day. Now, some of you have just popped on, are going to be joining me for our event. We have an all-day event on Saturday. Mary, she is coming, but it's going to be a great day. And so I want to challenge you, if you are not coming to the event, I challenge you Saturday. Stay home and create. Create a card for somebody. There's still, I'm sorry, but you know, you can have your texts and you can have your emails and all that is great, your private messages, but I am old school. I am definitely old school. And I think that's because I was raised where my Aunt Minerva, she was great, not at sending cards, but she had one of those little steno pads and she would always write letters to me and I would always write letters back. So I want you today, this on Saturday, I want you to get a card. Send a letter. Brighten somebody's day because snail mail is still the best way to go. Nothing makes you feel more special than getting a card in the mail knowing somebody was thinking of you. So yes, we're expecting some rain. I think it's hopefully going to be inland. I have all my Florida friends in my prayers because I think it's Ian is his name. Hurricane Ian is going to be hitting your coast tonight and then it's going to be coming up our coast. But I think it's going to be inland. So we might get rain this weekend, but I am praying for all of those in the path of the hurricane because we've been there and we've done that. And we know how it is. So Letitia, glad you are here. Who else did I see pop on? Joanne, Teresa, thank you for watching. So I am going to, without further ado, I'm going to turn my camera down and we are going to create a fun card today. It is a shaker card. Y'all know I love my special folds. Well, shaker cards are special too. And I'm using a beautiful stamp set and it is called Peace to You. And I would love to give credit for this card. I get some of my ideas from Pinterest. So I was like, let me jump on there and find out who I had it saved under, and I didn't. And then I remembered that this was a swap card that Tanya Reed received at backstage. So I'm going to find out who did this card. I'll put it on my Facebook page because I do like to give credit where credit is due. She did not make it as a shaker card. She made the original card, but it just inspired me so much that I'm thankful so many creative people share their ideas. So Miss Jill, I saw Barb come on. Let me see, I hit a wrong button there. Jill is here, Barb. Who else do we have? Robin. Hey, Robin. Kay. I get to see Robin Saturday. Miss Kay Saturday. Barbara. Letitia, welcome all of you. And again, let's create. And thank you so much for joining me, taking a lunch break. Okay, so I am going to turn my camera down. It makes you a little dizzy, so I'll try not to make you dizzy. But let me just turn this around, flip my camera down, and then my stand. I'm sure there is a technical, more professional way, but this is how I roll. So here we are. Let me just make sure I've got you in here. Okay, so this is the card that we're going to make. Let me boot up my laptop here so I can try to see my comments on this side. Let me see, where am I? Oh, There I am. Okay, good. So this is a shaker card. Of course, it's not, hold on. It is not rolling. Yep, I'm rolling here. Okay, this is a shaker card. And what's so fun about a shaker card is there's little pieces inside that shake. If you can see the little snowflakes in here. So this is her card. And let's see, my laptop is frozen. Man, y'all know me in technical difficulties. They do happen. So let me try one more time. But you know, I try to do a lot of training with people. And basically what they say, and it's true, if you wait for perfection, it's not going to happen. So thank God I gave that up. But anyway, so I don't see myself. I just see up front. Hopefully I will see your comments. Oh, Kay is actually here, not in the card. Great. And yes, Gwen, it's a beautiful card. It totally sold me this snowflake die. So let me show you some of the products that I'm using. Hopefully I'm in the screen because my video just will not start. Okay. I'll go back and check comments just in case they're not rolling on. Somebody, if you would, give me a comment out there. Say happy stamping. And I'll see if they're coming up. Okay, we've wasted enough time on this. Let's just create. So with this, the products that I'm using, I fell in love with the stamp set right from the start. And it is called Peace to You. I always love sending a spiritual Christmas card because that's what Christmas is about to me, is the birth of Jesus. So with this card, with this stamp set, I really fell in love with it. And then I also think Stampin' Up! Did an amazing job on a lot of their sayings that they use for Christmas. We always need things to put inside. So this set is called Hope and Peace. And again, some beautiful, beautiful sayings for the front and the inside of your card. Now, what I didn't plan on buying was the Snowman Magic bundle. Snowmen are great. I love my snowmen. You know, they're absolutely awesome. But what sold me on this was this snowflake die. It's totally worth it. And I have stamped with this set, so I'm going to show it to you afterwards. So with the snowman dies, you have all kinds of little pieces to cut out your snowman. You have trees, you have arms, you have little noses and snowflakes, hats, scarves, all the snowman things that you need. But what you also have is this beautiful framed snowflake right here. And this is what I love. So this equates to this. And it's gorgeous. Now, when you're using this, you can have more snowflakes at the top or more snowflakes at the bottom. It just kind of goes with whatever you are creating. So those are the products that I'm using. And let me give you the measurements. And y'all know I'll post a, look at that, isn't it fun? I will post the picture of the measurements on Facebook when I'm done. But literally, if I'm not in the screen, y'all, I see nothing on my laptop. Crazy. Okay, what you're gonna need for this, I don't know, Kay, maybe I need your husband watching. Maybe he was my good luck charm. You'll have to tell him that. What you're gonna use, and I'm keeping this window sheet on here because it's clear and it's easy to lose. But you are going to have a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. And you want this cardstock to be 8.5 by 5.5. And you're going to score it at 4 1/4. So this is going to be my card base right here. Oops. Then you are going to need actually 3 pieces of basic white that are 3 3/4 by 5. But one of them, I've already done it, but you are going to cut the snowflakes into. So you have these 2 here. And when I did do the snowflake die, let me see where that puppy went again. It only cuts out the center. So it's not like it cuts the outline out also. It only cuts the center. So you want to make sure that you cut your piece of cardstock to the border that you want. So again, this is 3 3/4 by 5. When I cut it, it takes out the center, and I end up with that. Then you are also going to have, which I'm going to set this on my laptop so I can find it, a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 piece of window sheet. So we sell the window sheets 12 by 12, and there are a lot of great things that you can make with that. I would say y'all remind me that it's on my laptop, but my laptop is frozen hard. This is like blind stamping for me. I can't see what y'all are saying. And y'all normally keep me straight, so that's kind of scary. So with this, you also have a scrap of basic white, 1 inch by 3 3/4. And I've already taken that and I have stamped Peace to You at Christmas. And another set of dies that I love using are called Stylish Shapes. So in here, I have been wearing out this beautiful stitched banner. And that's what I used to cut that piece. And the reason I did it ahead of time was because it was kind of tight. Fits fine, but a little tight, so I wanted to stamp it first and then go ahead and cut it out. But in these Stylish Shapes, I also have squares, circles, and other banners. So really it's just a nice set of dies to have in your arsenal of stamping supplies. All right, so this is driving me crazy. I am going to try one more time. Y'all bear with me. I am getting completely out of Facebook. Here, I'll give you something pretty to look at while it's there. Getting in Facebook. Let's see if I can't boot up one more time. This is what happens when you go live, but you know, it is what it is. And I have a dear friend, Malvern, who always says it will be what you make of it. So, praise the Lord. I see it now. Okay, let me straighten up a little bit here. Yes, and Kay, you tell him good. So now everything looks good, sounds good. Good, Sandy. We are rolling, and I can see myself now too. Whew, that's scary. When you stamp with the, put all my parts here. When you stamp with this beautiful stamp set, the Peace to You, you really want your background to be nice and solid. So I think the perfect thing to use to stamp this image is the Stamparatus. Now, if you don't have one, you could stamp it. And y'all know the nice thing about Stampin' Up! Is that we do have Night of Navy ink. We have Night of Navy markers. So if you have to touch up a little bit, you can. But a Stamparatus lets you stamp exactly in the same place every time. So if you miss any parts, you can go back. And that's what I'm going to show you, because I want this to be a beautiful, solid image. So with the Stamparatus, there's actually 2 plates. You have one here, one here. It's our positioning tool. And you are going to learn a lot about this at our World Card Making Day event on Saturday. I have a lot of tricks to show you, and eventually I'll show you all, even if you're not there. But you have 2 magnets. They are extremely strong, and they stick on the back. There's a place for each. I actually put washi tape on mine because they are so strong. I was kind of hoping it would lessen it a little bit, but you don't want these 2 to touch, because if you do, you have to be careful getting them apart, because then it's like double the strength. So if they do touch, pull them apart. Don't pry it, because you can break it. It'll still work, but you just want to pry them apart, but keep them apart so you don't even have to go there. So anyways, I'm going to go here on this piece. Oh, let me see here. So I'm going to put these 2 pieces here to hold this in place, because now I can stamp with my ink. So what I had to do here is, when I first did this, I put my stamp here, I closed it. That's what made it stick to the plate. And then I can open it and ink it up. So I'm just going to take the Night of Navy ink pad, and I will, got a little piece in there. Oh my goodness, come on. Here we go. So I'm just going to ink this up. And some people said, since it is kind of open like this, you can actually put this underneath there to keep that flat when inking it. But see how I have it nice and dark here? You don't want to push too hard, because you don't want the ink going in between the lines here of the trees. So now I'll push it down. You don't have to push real hard, but a little pressure. And on something like this, I call it like a little kissing. Kind of like to pick it up a couple times because it's in the same place. And then I open it and see how I'm missing a little bit here, or I want it a little bit darker. I can come in and stamp again. I will just re-ink this up. And push down again. And you can do it as many times as you want because you are going down in the exact same place. There. That one little spot. You know, perfection always kills me when I try to get it in my stamping. But good things here. So let me see my comments. Oh, Stephanie's friend has an emergency. So yes, I will send up prayers for your friend, Stephanie. And contact me later and let me know how she makes out. But yes, if you have a Stamparatus, you love it. If you have a Stamparatus and you're not using it yet, I'm going to show you little ways coming up that you will absolutely love it. So I have this stamped exactly how I want it. So I can just set this aside. And now I have my piece. So what I want to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of my Wink of Stella because I want to put some little snow drifts in here. But you have to be careful because with this being a classic ink, if I came along the line with my Night of Navy, it can pick up that ink and smear it. So if you want to keep this a very nice sharp edge at the bottom, just don't hit the Stamparatus with it. So I'll color in some of my snow. Now you can't see that, but it's pretty on my end. And then what I'm going to do is show you how to make it into a shaker card. So I have my piece here. I've already got this cut out. I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to take my adhesive and just put some along the edge here. Don't have to go the entire way because this window sheet is going to hold to it. Y'all know our Stampin' Seal is crazy strong. And then across the bottom. So I'll take that window sheet, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and just lay this, oops, I was afraid I'd do that. Lay this over my open image. And that's the most important thing, is that you really want to make sure that is sealed so nothing will come around. So I actually have a window here now. And what I love to use for our shaker cards, this is called foam adhesive strips. And they're actually just a little bit thicker than a dimensional. And they're also very sturdy. Good. Gwen and Stephanie both use their Stamparatus all the time. I don't blame you. They're awesome. So these are great because they're self-adhesive on each side. So you're going to take this, and I'm just going to come across. I will take my scissors, snip it. And you want to make sure, the other thing, that you butt this up to the edges because you don't want any holes for any beads or sequins or whatever you have to be falling out. So I have that there. Let me get another piece. These are great. You get like 2 of these, you know, these pieces here in a pack. So you have plenty. So then I will put this here and then take my last piece. I'm buttoning it up against this edge. And then I will cut it to where it just tucks into right there. And that's a little gap, but I don't think anything will slip out. So I push that down really well. And you want to make sure when you're doing this, the orientation that you want. Again, here I have, let me get that there. I have more of my snowflakes at the top and less at the bottom. That's the way I'm going to want this to go. You could also do it just the opposite. You could put it like this. So actually, either way, I think would work great. So I'm going to stick with the original one. And what I'll do, I can't put my pieces in here and and then turn it over, but I can go ahead and lay it on its side. Now, and there's two things you can put in here. I have a card that I actually made a shaker card using the Snowman Magic, which I'm going to show you at the end. And that card, I used these little effervescent elements. Oh my goodness, how cool are they? But what a mess. I think I got a feeling I will be picking these up off the floor for a while because I had put them in there. Then it was just a little bit crooked, so Colleen had to take it off. Beads went everywhere. It was just crazy. But here, there's got to be thousands in here. And these are really cool. I'll show you them in the second card. You just want something that'll float around. The other thing you have is a sparkle and shine sequins assortment. So this is what I used in my card, in this one. And you're going to take these and just put them in the middle. Now what you have to watch when making a shaker card, you can put too many in here. You really don't want to put a lot because you want it to be light and you want it to shake around. You know, you want it to be seen, but if you put too many, they're going to like stack up down at the bottom. So, you know how they say sometimes less is more? I think that would be the case here. Right there. So let me see. Yes, Marilyn uses her stamp apparatus, especially when traveling. Less weight and lots of blocks. Very true. Very true. So once I have this like this, I will carefully remove my adhesive on all my sides, which is hard when your fingers stick to it. So maybe hold it in the middle like such. So I remove all four. And then these two pieces of paper are the exact same size. So I'm going to pull it down a little bit so my head's not in the top here. Oh wait, there's a little star, there's a little star, can't waste them. And, oops, I'm going to do my best to get this right straight with it all. And then you just want to push down really well here, which is going to seal all those little goodies inside. And there you have this beautiful shaker card. Now, if I feel like I'm sticking out just a little bit here, since they were the same size, you don't see this back piece. So I can just kind of trim that there because I just want to see the square. There. And nobody will ever, Colleen knows, hold on. Okay. So here I have my piece here. And then when I put it on my card base, I want to use my liquid Tombow glue because I'm not really having to push on anything. This is going to hold it really well to the front. So here we go. And y'all know Night of Navy is just probably the richest color to use at Christmas. I love it. So there's my shaker. Now with that little banner, let me grab that. Here we go. I have the little banner, and what I did is I stamped more to the right because I think the original card had the whole banner, and it was pretty, but I wanted to see as much of my snow and all these little snowflakes that I could. So I stamped it more to the right, and then I'm just going to trim this on the left. So here I could just put my stamp and seal, and I'm going to actually put this, here we go, onto the left, right here. And then of course you still can never have enough bling. So here I'm just going to take some of my regular rhinestones, and where'd it go? You know, it's crazy this week. I have lost so much stuff in the stamp room. I was using my stamp apparatus, and my table, surprisingly, was not that messy. Do you think I could find one of the magnets? I have no clue where it is. The last place I have to check is the trash can. It dropped once, and it stuck to the leg of my chair, so I knew where it was there. Then this morning, when I was looking for, I was cutting my window sheets, I cannot find the piece of window sheet I cut. It is a 12 by 12 piece. You would think I could find it. I mean, I know it's clear. I know the eyes are older, but by golly, where is it at? I don't know. So hopefully things will reappear in the stamp room. So here we go. So that's my shaker card right there. And now for the inside, we really have some beautiful sayings in the hope and peace. I think what I love about this is the word peace is in the front. So I have peace to you at Christmas. And originally I could put wishing you hope and peace of Christ this season, or may knowing Christ bring you peace for today, hope for tomorrow, and joy for every season. So since I've used that, I think I'm going to use this. But I love how it carries the word peace into the center of the card. And again, this card here was originally, it was just a card. So let me show you. So this was one that my stamp clubs made. So this is without the window sheet on the inside. And again, I will give credit to the name on my Facebook page. I'll see Tanya later on today. But then I just couldn't help but make it into the window card. So I'll take this beautiful saying and just stamp it here. Everything is in Night and Navy. Let me try stamping that a little bit straighter. Oh, much better. So I have that. Stephanie wants to know if I can make like 20 of these. Stephanie, you could. Are you saying you or me? Girl, I know you're stamping. I think you could definitely make 20 of them. And you just do like batch stamping. You get all your snowflakes cut first. Stamparatus is going to make this very, very easy because you just knock those out. Yeah, you definitely could. You or I could. I know you're capable. Well, I tell you what, Steph, if you want me to do it, you got to find the time in my schedule. That's why I teach you. I know you're a busy gal too. But, you know, it's fun to stamp. And it's, you know, we're supposed to get a couple days of rain. We can be home to stamp. So I'm hoping it doesn't start till Sunday. We'll see how this hurricane stalls. And hopefully it won't stall too far over Florida, though. So that is your Christmas card here, your shaker card. And I told you I made another one. And the reason I made the other one was because I basically bought this for the snowflake, like I told you. I could care less about the snowflakes. The snowmen. But I figured, well, since I have the snowman, let me make a card using it. So this one was easier to show you how to actually make it. But this is my shaker card. Now, these are the ones with the little balls. Let's try to watch my screen if you can see that. So you get all these little iridescent balls falling all over here. And you can see with this set, so you can get it as a bundle, 10% off when you get the bundle, how fun it is, because it also, you have this sweet little rabbit, you have your snow lady, snowman, whatever you want to make it. And it was just made to work perfect for this card. So I actually, let me grab from my table. Again, I literally finished like 1 minute until I was ready to go live. This is a card. Steph, you might win the card. You never know. Oh, hey, Ellen. This is a card. Y'all have to let me know which one you like better, the snowman or the church. But I'm going to tell you, the church is the one I'll give away. So if you like my page, if you leave a comment, all those wonderful things, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will draw a name for someone to receive the card. So over here, let's see. Oh, that's what we have. Hold on 1 second. Nothing like just running around. Okay, so last week I did the apple cider packets. So you had your choice. There was that one, this one, and then here. And there is a little apple cider pack in here. So the name that I drew for that, I actually drew Katie Webb's name for the cider packet. So Katie, I'm going to mail you one of these. I already have your address. And I had forgotten to say something. But the week before that, I made the little gnome card. And Robin Scranton, I will see you Saturday. I pulled your name since you left a comment and liked or shared my page. So I will give you this little gnome card on Saturday. So I always like to give away what I create because I appreciate you all sharing and liking my page. If you don't already receive my newsletter, please go to creatingwithcolleen.com and request it. And I always try to put my videos in there. I'll keep you up to date on what's going on with Stampin' Up! And what specials we have also. So thanks for joining me. Let me see what you guys are liking here. Yeah, it is cool. You won, Robin. Woohoo! It's always good to win. Thank you, Sherry, for liking and sharing. Sandy likes the church. A lot of people like the church, which is good because that's the one that I'll give away. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. I have lots to do to get ready for my World Card Making Day event Saturday. So remember your challenge for this week. Send a card to somebody and brighten their day. Doesn't have to be fancy. All it really even has to be is just a little, you could write it on a piece of notebook paper and say, hey, thinking of you today. Hope you have a great day. It's all about making a difference, y'all. So let's make a positive difference where we are. So I will see you next Wednesday, which I can't believe I'm telling you, that will be in October. So I will see you next Wednesday. Wow, October 5th. Goes quick. And we will definitely be in the Christmas mood creating. You're probably going to see Christmas from here on out. And if not, I say that and then I'll show you something else. But show up to see what I'll show you. Bless you all, and thanks again. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.